Hi, so reflective journal video 2. I know I said last time that I would write a script, but I haven't. I'm just going to wing it again. Some reflection. The first one's alright. So I'm going to just talk for a couple of minutes about this week. So I haven't taught this week. The kids at the college have been doing their exams. So I was invigilating exams, which is so boring. I couldn't type, and what I'd planned to do while I was invigilating was basically write my essay. That was due in, today, and I didn't really get a chance to do it while I was invigilating. The typing was too loud. So I just sat in silence and read for 3 hours almost while I invigilated. Glad I've done it. It was an experience. Do I want to do it again? Yeah, I'll do it again. Don't really want to, but I'll do it again. It was interesting. Much prefer teaching. So this week's big issue is the ECA, the penultimate report, the penultimate essay, 3,000 words. I've decided to look at a story that's been in the news this week actually. Nicky Morgan, the Education Secretary, has decided to make all schools into academies by 2022. And there's a lot of hostility to it, from me personally, but around as well. And it's not a new thing, is it? Since 2010, well, since before, but definitely since 2010 with the Conservative government, it's become more and more of a priority. First under Michael Gove, and now under his successor, yeah, can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, academisation. So the idea that schools that are now maintained schools, state schools, won't exist anymore. Local council won't have anything to do with schooling anymore. Won't have anything to do with education anymore. Funding. There's a lot of negatives and there's some positives of changing the system, but by far and away I think it's a bad idea. It's gonna change the way the whole school system runs. It's gonna take the parents away from schooling. It's going to take local councils out of schooling. Governors are going to exist anymore? They're going to have, is their role going to be the same? Probably not. And then there's the idea of MATs as well, multi-academy trusts. I don't know. To me, I'm a bit suspicious of it. So a lot of the rhetoric from the government is saying how it's doing it because we're trying to improve our schooling, we're going to make it better, quality assured, we're going to make everything better by doing this change, making it academies. And their evidence is to cite occasions where turning schools into academies has been successful. But that's manipulative because every time they've done it, it hasn't been successful. Majority of time it has, yes, but then you look at a bit more depth at the type of schools that have been successful when turned into academies. You've got failing schools that, they're already failing schools, they can only get better, they can't get any worse, can they? So turning into academies is definitely going to improve them, but with schools that aren't failing, aren't about to be closed down, there's no real evidence that turning them into academies makes them improve overall. So yeah, I've got a bit of an issue with that. And then there's the idea that, they're copying the American system. And the American education system is not particularly better. It was definitely not better than ours. On the PISA report that they do every year, they're rating different countries' education systems. America's behind us, behind the English, behind the UK system. So why change it? Why copy a country that's got a worse education system? It doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I've got a problem. It's for money, isn't it? That's by far and away. If you privatise education, you can make it profitable. By making it profitable, it fulfills a conservative political value, essentially, that of taking the wealth out of the country and putting it in the hands of a few rich people. That's a very cynical view, I know. But I think that's kind of probably what they are trying to do. If they really wanted to quality issue change the system by quality to make it better, they would copy one of the Asian systems, or maybe the system in Norway, which have proven year after year after year that they've got a better system than ours. So yeah, I don't know, I don't like it. But one positive, and it's potentially, so academies don't have to run the national curriculum, and yeah, it's no secret that I've got a bit of an issue with the national curriculum. First, primarily for history, the history national curriculum is abhorrent. It takes all the important bits out, and you teach them in primary school. So all these, it's not very good. So hopefully, if every school does become an academy, if the Labour Party don't oppose this change, which I assume they probably will, and if it gets through Parliament, which I don't know if it will or not. If it does happen, the positive is schools won't have to abide by the national curriculum anymore, which can only be a good thing, considering how terrible the national curriculum is. It's teacher-led, it's not very humanistic, really. It's very behaviourist kind of curriculum. And the assessment of the national curriculum and these bodies that produce how we're supposed to teach the topics, not particularly good, are they? So yeah, for me, for my money, I would oppose academisation of the school system. Apart from, it's going to have a positive impact on curriculum, I would suspect, but how much it's going to change, I don't know. So, yeah, anyway, so thank you, that was quite long. I don't know if I really said anything reflective in there. I'll have a think on it. Thank you, I'll see you again.